Video you probably not or have been waiting for, and this is the second part of my Goosebumps collection. This is the now modern 2000s to 2020s, which is nice. So we have, the 2000s books, which I count as these three piles here. 2010s. The DVDs don't count as 2010s, and we have some stragglers like these. So we'll start off with the 2000s books. We're starting with reprints. So let's pull those out. So starting off, we have State of the Basement with Chim. It was Jim Jacobus's artwork. Sorry, I went Fat Controller with Tim Jacobus's artwork on it instead of the original art. Say Cheese and Die. You Can't Scare Me. Scarecrow Rocks at Midnight. Ghost Beach. The Headless Ghost. Ghost Camp. Ghost Camp with the sticker on it and the other type of backing, as you can see. Beware the Snowman. There's a blob that ate everyone. Cursed Camp Cold Lake. And we have some stragglers. We have library books that aren't mine. Those being by Harris Adventure, Howlin' Fire, which is for season 3, for season 4, and Chicken, which also is for season 4, if they don't want them back by the time I film. And I'll count this with it, and this is the Third Tales Give You Goosebumps book. Yeah. We're going to move on to the 2000s DVD. Oh, those books fell. So we have Cry of the Cat, which is my first ever DVD. Night of the 93. Haunted Perfect School. Scary House. Shocker on Shock Street, which is the first and only Goosebumps DVD of this kind. I found it at a thrift store. Yeah, because I found that at a yard sale. Let's get My Best Friend's Invisible. We had 2 really good episodes. Best Friend's Invisible, and my favorite episode of the series. Favorite episode of the series. I'm so tired. It's just currently some time. My favorite episode of all time in the Goosebumps series, An Old Story, and it's the reason why I will not eat prunes, because the aunt right here, well, probably not even their aunt, turns the 2 kids into old people, tries to sell them to her friends right here, and then he eats baby food and turns into a baby. Reason I won't eat baby food either. And my original copy of Scary House, which is it's been in a basement flood, so that's all of those. Now we move on to the Goosebumps, the graphic novel, which you can see right there. You can see there's another one which is just Beyond, but we're not going to count that. We're supposed to count that. That's 2015. So I guess the only classic Goosebumps reprint I have, or Goosebumps, 2000s Goosebumps audio, or whatever book I have is this one, which is Scary Trips. Scary Summer. I was thinking of Terror Trips, which is, I believe, book 2. But has one of my favorite stories, and that is this one. The only way I can read Horror Camp Dillingham, because I don't got the book. Now we move on to the Goosebumps Classic reprints. You got a big pile of books. Remove those DVDs over there. So we have Night of the Living Dummy, Deep Trouble, Monster Blood. Be careful what you wish for. A night in Dead of Tower. Welcome to Camp Nightmare. The Scarecrow walks at midnight. You can't scare me. Revenge of the Lone Gnomes, oui. Vampire Breath. I have high hope for this one. I love the episode, so this book better be good. Stay Out of the Basement. Night of Living Number 2. Living Number 3. Stay Up. The Blob That Ate Everyone. The Haunted Mask 2. Bride of Living to Me. The Haunted Car. Invasion of the Body Squeakers Part 1. And Invasion of the Body Squeakers Part 2. Which I had to, order this one off of Barnes & Nobles. Oh, they're gonna fall! Okay, anyways, that was that. We're going to move on to Horrorland. Bye-bye. I'm actually going to bunch up Horrorland and Hall of Horrors, because that's how they did it back in the day. 2008 to 2015 or so. So we have Revenge of the Living Dummy, Monster Blood for Breakfast, which I believe still has, the receipt. I got it from at a thrift store. For only $3.25. Wait, there's all the Goosebumps book they had. And they had a photo on their thing. And there's a bunch of classic Goosebumps, including a couple no-numbered original first print ones. But when I went, that was the only one there. Say Cheese and Die Screaming. Welcome to Camp Slither, which Slither, like the movie Slither, which has Goosebumps in it as a cameo. This one actually a focus. Focus. Focus! I hate that. I put my finger, which is a UK copy, actually. You can see it's a bit taller than the normal books. Sorry, that's my fan. Sounds like a rat. Jesus. So, then we have Little Shop of Hamsters. Little Shop of Hamsters. And Heads You Lose. For the Hall of Horrors, we have Night of the Giant Everything. Don't Scream! Zombie School, or Why I Quit Zombie School, and The Birthday Party Never Returned. Now to Most Wanted. So, we'll look at the Most Wanted and the movie stuff. So we have Most Wanted, we have Planet of the Land Gnomes, Son of Slappy, Son of Slappy, Here Comes the Shaggity, like Scoob and the Shaggity. I know that's very cringy, but I'm a good at voice acting. The Lizard of Oz and the Lizard of Oz again. And then we have the special edition, which I have all four, but actually I have five. So we have Zombie Halloween, Zombie Halloween, 12 Screams of Christmas, Trick or Trapped, and The Hunter. Now for the Goosebumps movie merchandise. Bye. Well, quick, actually, we have the DVDs. We have Night Terror Tower and The Blood That Ate Everyone. Movie merchandise. Start with the actual DVDs of the movie. So we have Goosebumps, Jack Black Goosebumps, which doesn't have a disc. I have to get a new one of it. Goosebumps 2, or Goosebumps Haunted Halloween. I prefer Goosebumps 2 as the title. Goosebumps 1 and 2, which I don't know why the first one's not this one and the second one's this one. Doesn't make sense. But this one actually has the first movie, I believe. Yeah, and then behind it is the second one. And I think the same place I found that, I found Goosebumps 2 4K Ultra HD with a slipcover. Now we have Goosebumps, the movie novel, and the board game, which has, I've played it. It's pretty boring, to be honest. It has all the pieces. All the cards, or the character holders. Oh my god, the cards fell out. Anyways, next will be Slapper World, and I'll just bunch up Slapper World and Scary Book ever. No, before that, Slapper World will be the Collector 10s, then Slapper World, then, well, plus Scary Book ever and the Funko Pop. So, anyway, I'm gonna pick up the cards. We'll continue off of there.